And hello and welcome to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Wolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, beer goggles, 21. And welcome back to the stream, folks. Happy June and happy Pride Month, one and all. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We're back in a little corner of the stream known as the Retro Rathskeller, where we mostly play retro games. That's about right. And tonight, much like every Wednesday, we are playing The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for the Game Boy Advance. It is not my first playthrough with A Link to the Past, but it is my first playthrough in over a decade, and it is my first playthrough playing on the Game Boy Advance from the Nintendo Switch Online application. So, fun times. Of course, we have our friend in the corner of the screen right over there, sleeping right off of camera because he loves to do that. Churro, of course. There he goes, and of course he starts walking. I refuse to give him a treat because of how, what's the word? Uncompliant or nonconformist. It's one of those terms. He just tends to be whenever I situate him as best as I can. Corgi of 7 years of age and just a fluffy butt. Of course, before we get down to brass tacks, let's go ahead and talk about what's on tap today. And as usual, because it is a Wednesday, and because we are trying to save our drink days, what we are drinking today is a non-alcoholic beer. Let's turn on the Ales cam. And there it is. As you can see over here, this is Best Day Brewing's West Coast IPA. Let me put it right over there. As you can see, Best Day Brewing is a non-alcoholic beer brewery, and that is nice. I find that the best non-alcoholic beers generally tend to come from breweries that specialize in the style. Because you know what? People are a lot more educated about alcohol these days, and sometimes they realize that maybe they don't need to be tipsy. Maybe they can just enjoy the flavor of the malts. Let them speak for themselves, as I like to think. Again, it kind of just like a yellow pastel with some olive greens for the logo. Not particularly interesting, other than the fact that, of course, the Best Day Brewing logo is kind of like almost like an Aztec sun. I want to say an Aztec sun is good. Now, what exactly is a West Coast IPA, you might be wondering to yourself? Well, a West Coast IPA is an IPA. The IPA, of course, it's an India Pale Ale. It's a style that originated a long time ago. As the story used to say, sailors would navigate from the British Empire all the way to India, and in order to make sure that their beer would withstand the very, very long sea journey, what they would do is they would add a lot of hops into their beer. Because some of the agents that hops produce are actually sterilizing. So the more hops you add there, the longer your beer stays fresh, or at the very least not fresh, but maybe without any contamination. Now, for some reason, for some dear to goodness reason, they thought that it was good, and the style continued to evolve from there. It made it all the way to the United States. It got split between West Coast and East Coast styles. West Coast IPA, of course, largely retains what is said to be the original IPA flavor. The main real contribution America made to the IPA is the fact that you do have a very piney flavor, maybe like a piney resin flavor along with some good citrus. So, not necessarily my cup of tea, but I like to talk about it every once in a while. Generally very bitter, and that is because hops, when they get boiled, they release alpha acids, which make your beer very bitter. The longer that you boil them, the more bitter your beer will become. That is what a West Coast IPA is. Let's turn off the Ales cam and go to this other side of the screen for just a second. You can actually see that's not what we want. What we want to look at is this thing. The untapped screen over here. Again, this is a non-alcoholic beer. 0.5% only. Our non-alcoholic West Coast IPA is a tribute to our backyard and its rich history of making damn good beers. Language. Its Cascade hops are an ode to the beers that started the IPA revolution. The rich malt backbone provides ample structure for the grapefruit Cascade notes to shine. Drink up, get out there. So yeah, apparently there was an IPA revolution. I'm glad that I did not take part in it simply because I don't know that I necessarily wanted the IPA side to win. What can you do, right? Let's go ahead and actually taste this thing and see what our flavor palette has to say. Let's go back. And of course, before I do this, I really like to rinse my palate. One of the things that I do for late night streams is I'll actually have a can of Red Bull. I know, it's not good for me, but it keeps me up, it gets me going, and it's once a week, so lay off me, will ya? Lay off me. Yeah, so I do like to rinse my palate before actually tasting anything, just to give a fair, objective assessment of what it is. Okay, and that is some high quality H2O. Let's go ahead and open this. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I could just go over here and turn on the other can. Is it not going to activate? Yowza. Okay, there it goes. That's a little bit better. Then you can see me and the cans. And like I said, I'm not generally a fan of West Coast IPAs, period. The main reason why I have this thing with me is because it came as part of a variety pack. One of the things that I like to do is I like to sample a lot of beers. As many beers as I can. Generally, if I haven't seen it, and if it's a reasonable buy, if I haven't already have a stock of my favorites, I'll try new beers. And variety packs tend to be a good, simple way to actually achieve that. So I like it. This one came, of course, packed in with a Best Day Brewing set. As you can see, West Coast IPAs are generally translucent. You can very much clearly see through them. They've got that pale ale notes in terms of like this golden yellowish color, a little bit of an orange, a foamy head. That's a little bit part of the pour. Let's go ahead and taste this. Famine Ale, dear viewer, thank you so much for being here. Definitely a sudsy flavor. You know, in terms of a West Coast IPA, this one actually has relatively muted bitter notes. Nothing particularly strong, and I want to say fairly reasonable. Nothing that lingers. It does have like that slightly medicine-like quality to it. And I know what you're saying. That sounds bad. It is a little bit bad. It's not that bad, but it is the sort of thing that you like to sip, right? I often don't like to give an opinion to like folks that like to drink spirits with just like a little bit of ice. I'm like, but that just tastes incredibly bitter. What are you doing? And it's not about the bitterness. Sometimes I feel like the bitterness itself actually holds you back from like chugging the thing. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes the bitterness also just accentuates all the other flavor notes. And so bitterness does not necessarily equal bad. A slight tea-like quality to it. Again, some of that pine-like resin. A little bit of berry. I'm not gonna lie, there is some berry there. I can't tell quite which berry. Maybe like a blackberry in the background. In terms of body composition, the lightest of the light. 1 out of 5 in terms of body composition. But again, fairly bitter. Let's go ahead and give this one a rating. I believe I've had this one a number of times before. In terms of an IPA, not bad. I'm gonna give it the 3. 3 is good. And that's as high as it goes for today. So yeah, that is what we will be drinking today. Let's go back over here. And let's turn off the ales cam. Okay. So again, we'll be playing The Legend of Zelda. If you were in attendance last week, and if you weren't, I'm gonna have to call your parents. But if you were in attendance last week, you might recall that I was participating in the Fruity's Pride Parade raid train of 2025. I have not finished raising funds, and we are raising funds indeed for the It Gets Better project. It Gets Better, of course, is a nonprofit organization with a mission to uplift, empower, and connect lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer youth around the globe. If you'd like to donate some money for my campaign raising funds for this, please click on that link. I'll leave that pinned on the chat right there. And let me simply say that if you donate, you win a chance to win one of 3 Power Up Pride bundles from Humble Bundle, which is 7 games created by queer creators, or at the very least that have queer themes. So I suggest you do. The question of the night will probably go and rotate on its own, so you'll see it when I see it. Imagine that. Synergy. With that, let's go back to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. And let's lower that just a bit. Legend of Zelda tends to be just a bit hectic. So I guess one piece of information that might be interesting for you is just the fact that we are actually playing on the Nintendo Switch too. So imagine that we've upgraded, and yet, even though we have a Switch 2, we are choosing to play a Nintendo Switch Online, a virtual console game. Because that is what we do. That is what we do around here. Let's start from the pyramid. So right now, we don't have a sword, as you might recall. One of the last things that we did was we went to the, what do you call these guys? The lumberjacks. Not lumberjacks. What am I talking about? We went to the blacksmiths, and we told them to take our sword. And in doing so, they should be able to upgrade it. They told me that they would take a little bit of time to do so, and so that is why we are walking all the way to where they are. Hopefully by this point they have finished, and we're going to simply put on our hookshot just in case we need to attack somebody. I don't think the hookshot is really the best of weapons, honestly speaking, but at the very least it should help. Paralyzed? No. The hookshot, it does nothing. Maybe let's get something else. Maybe the bows and arrows is actually generally a solid weapon. And now that we have 70 arrows, there's no excuse not to use them, you know? No excuse. No excuses. Whoa. Yes, got him. That's not good. Ouch. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't have gone that far. Would you? Would you do? Okay, we're using the hammer. Go away. Wow, that was a quick one. Came over. I didn't even have a single fairy on me. Okay, we are going to try that again. Getting to our place. What do you call this? Getting to the blacksmith is definitely going to be a lot more challenging without the sword. But you know what? We're here for the challenge. We're gonna do it. I feel like as long as we can run away relatively okay, we might be able to pull this one off. Look at that. This is Metal Gear if I ever saw. Ugh, there's so many people here. Why would they put so many people here? Okay. Good, I think we're safe now. Maybe. I hope so. So we gotta go all the way to that side. Yeah. All the way to the west. And watch out! Bum bum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum. Oh, don't get hit. Don't get hit. There is no hope. with dope. Just gotta make sure that we steer clear of most enemies. Unfortunately, we're still wearing the green tunic. I do feel like one of the failures, maybe not failures, but one of the oversights of A Link to the Past was just this idea that they take a long time before they increase your defenses. Like, yes, they do give you heart containers and this and that, and that's fine, but they take a long time before you ever get the next upgrade to like the blue tunic. And of course the red tunic only comes like at the last dungeon. So it takes a while. It takes a while. Alright, so we are going to teleport ourselves by using the mirror. The magic mirror. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, please tell me that they've got it. Your sword is tempered, now hold it. There we go. Great, your sword is stronger. You can feel the sheer power flowing through your body. It feels like a shiver. Hey you, welcome. Ask us for whatever you need. What if you temper my sword again? I'll give you a big discount, sword tempering. Wait a minute. Drop by again anytime you want to. Yo-ho, yo-ho, let's get to work. I wonder if they both make the same exact request. I just dropped by. Drop by again anytime you want to. Yo-ho, yo-ho, let's get to work. Okay, well good. Cool beans. I have my sword now. Now hopefully it has a little bit more reach. I hope. I hope. And really, the thing that I want to do now is I want to just do some collecting. Now that we've got the Titan's Mitt, we should be able to do a lot of getting like pieces of hearts and a few pieces of equipment that were optional. So let's do that. This is where we met that bat, right? Let me just double check by falling in again. Quick, quick. Da ba da 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 ba ba. I'm pretty sure that this is where we got our magic power increased. Yes, it is. So no need to do that again. It would be nice to have our magic power become like quarter use, but the game doesn't ever actually reach that. Quick, quick. Okay, so let's go back. We gotta go back, Marty. Ooh, it's a chest. Because the key is locked inside this chest, you can never open it. Just take it with you. Okay, and I know what's in here, so let's try to see if we can actually make it to where we need to be. Let me look at my map over here. In order to get where I want to go, I think we have to go like right underneath this little forest enclosure around this area. So, or maybe it's around here. Basically where we came from. We're gonna try and make it over there. Okay. Fortunately, I don't think that the chest really ever leaves you unless you maybe fly. I think flying will negate the chest following you. Come on, I've got a better sword now, please. Okay. Well, at the very least, it's a one hit for all of those. Ooh. I gotta stop pressing that every single time I think. Nice. I'm going to switch items. What ends up happening inevitably is I will just pull up the map, and it's obnoxious. And I'm sure you can see it. You're just like, why does he pull up the map so often? Why is he doing that? Ails, what's wrong with you? Are you okay, Ails? And to that I say, no, I'm not okay. I am not. Alright, let's keep going. Wow. And it is very liberating now to have the Titan's Myth, because we are absolutely in a spot where very little of the world is actually not reachable. Maybe it's here? I know it's like right by the desert. Yeah, I think we're close. Let's get those birds before they get us. Nice. Wow, this guy is tough. Can't believe like a court guard took a hit like that. I heard that you know I used to be a thief, right? Well, I'll open a chest for you. Will you keep it a secret from everyone else? Would you please promise? I will promise not to tell. And as a matter of fact, I don't think there's anybody that was willing to ask me, so there's that. Hello, hello. This is a magic bottle, and it is the last bottle of the game. You can store an item inside and then use it later. Imagine that, the convenience. Remember, you promised. Don't tell anyone. And if I recall correctly, this was originally the guy that was like chasing us because we were not supposed to talk to him, right? I'm just an average guy. Do not speak to me. Do not remove this sign. And I will not. I think we're done with you. Let's see. Another thing that I wanted to do here. Well, maybe not around here. The next thing that I want to do is maybe get my mirror back. And actually, maybe I want to go to the graveyard, because there's another magic item there. So let's do that. Let's call my trusty chicken. Let's go, chicken. And the graveyard is near site. I want to say number 2. This might actually help out with getting some potions back for us anyways. Let's get another red. Hehehe, thank you. This is the medicine of life. Use it to regain your life power. Are you not gonna give me some, please? Red is the medicine of life. Green is the medicine of magic. Blue renews both life and magic. Here, taste a sample of the red potion. Hee. Ah, thank goodness for that. We should have slightly more powerful bolts now. Oh, come on! Immediately after I get it! Why is there a guard in the bush right next to the witch? I don't understand. I don't get it. My confusion knows no end. Double, toil and trouble. Fire burn and cauldron bubble. Making mushroom brew I am. No, I don't need the bird. Thank you. Ah, that was a close one. Chicken almost got us. Da-da-da-da. What was that? What was that? Oh, so ridiculous. No, I don't need to do that. And this tree drops nothing. You know what? With my luck, I bet the tree drops a guard. Because that's what happens. That's just what happens. The Hyrule is just this place that knows no laws. The laws of the land are gone. Wow, this guy is tough. These guys are tough. Oh, thank goodness for that. Do I have another empty bottle? I think I do. As you can see, I pulled up my map just like I said I would. Wait, no. Come. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, why me? Why me? Let me try and get that fairy again. Maybe I'll reset it by going off the screen. And of course it runs away. Let me get that guard first. What are you gonna do? I have a super sword. It's like a super soaker, but a sword. Wow, that one, it really just wants to run off. It's wild. Wild on E. Take that, you. Take that, Yug. There you go. Finally got it. Keep it in a bottle for safekeeping. And so, in terms of, oh my gosh, in terms of stuff in our bottles, 2 fairies and 2 reds seems to be pretty good to me. Honestly, by the end of the game, all I'll have are blues, probably, maybe, who knows. Let's go to that graveyard, and this is what we are looking for. Here, right here. This place. How do we... Well, I thought it was like, is this not the spot? Hey, what are you... trying to get close to me like that? I don't even know you. Huh. I thought there was a... Maybe I'm looking at the wrong grave. Could be. I like this situation where both palace guards and also ghosts coexist. Oh, okay. I guess it just needed a race. Hello. Ah, the magic cape. You're the invisible when you... You're the invisible. You're invisible when you wear it, but watch your magic meter. Just watch it. Very nice. So that is, this is, as far as I recall, it's not like the most necessary item in the world, but it does make a few challenges easier. And I think you do use it for a couple of like heart pieces, if I recall correctly. We will see. Finally, there goes my sword beams. Okay, so now, the other thing that we could start looking for are the medallions. I know that at least one of them is very, it's in Death Mountain. So maybe what we'll do first is we'll look for some heart pieces. And yeah, maybe that's what we'll do first. We only need 1/4 of a heart to get the next heart piece. And I know that there is one. Let me look at my list of heart pieces over here. Base of Death Mountain, Dark World. Enough rupees to play the game. Hookshot and Magic Cape. South of the item shop, east of the Skeleton Forest. Okay, and so there is definitely one heart piece that requires the use of the Magic Cape. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go look for this one. Unfortunately, we actually have to travel back. What's the closest warp? Not quite sure. Let's call chicken. Actually, let's go to level number 6. I think there's something special here. I think maybe a medallion? Here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, not this part, unfortunately. What am I thinking? Is it on that corner? Maybe. Let's go in that direction. And this is like one of the swampiest regions ever. I don't even like it. It's so wet. Am I thinking straight? Is this... I thought that there was something here. What is this cave? Oh, hi. Hey, I'll tell you a profitable story if you pay me 20 rupees. How about it? Alright, I'll hear you out. Hehe, thank you. As a matter of fact, monster magic is making it rain in the swamp. If you can move the air with more force than the monsters, the rain may stop. Oh, okay, I think I know what you're talking about. I know, I gotcha. I know what you're saying, but I know what you're saying, boss. Is this a bombable wall? Stand clear. I told you to stand clear. Some arrows. Arrowed. Oh, come on. Okay, so nothing particularly special. I'm surprised that this chamber even exists. I'm surprised it exists, to be honest with you. I'm rarely honest about these kinds of things. But yeah, we're looking for a medallion. And maybe I got it wrong here. Maybe my memory is not serving me correct. Yeah, I must have been thinking about something else. Or a different location. That's fine. We will have to get there anyways. Let's go all the way to the heart piece that I am trying to look for. Where's the exit? Is there any exit here? It might be the sort of thing where we have to travel back to the light world, right? Yeah, I think so, because this area looks pretty enclosed now that I'm thinking about it properly. Where's my menu? Wow. Why? Oh. How about here? Is that good enough? I hope so. Oh no, come on. You knew that was a mistake. Why would you take me back? And we are enjoying some Best Day Brewing, non-alcoholic West Coast IPA. Well, come on. You won't even let me say the thing. You won't let me say the thing. Okay, away from that. So ridiculous. What is this place? Oh, okay, so we're like Yo, what is this? Hello. Just what we were looking for here. There we go. Heart level increased. But that is not the one that we were actually looking for. That's good. I like it, but that's not what we were looking for. Oh, watch out for the sand guys. Sand dudes. There, see, that's the thing that I was looking for. Right there. Ugh. I should have a way easier time with these creatures, considering that I used to be able to beat them with the regular sword. Oh my gosh, come on. Ah, so troublesome. What is this cave? Please tell me it's fairies. Yes. Ah, thank goodness for relief. Let's get out of here and use the mirror. Why can't I use the mirror? Oh, right, the mirror is supposed to... Is it because I have it somewhere else? Yeah, I guess I do. So the mirror is supposed to teleport you back from the dark world to the light world. Maybe that's what it is. And so I've already made my exit. That's why it's not liking what I'm suggesting right now. That's a thinker. How do I get up there then? While we're doing this, where did I leave my mirror? Oh, come on. It's just tiny pixels. Please. Okay, so it's up there. You know what? We're gonna fly. We're gonna get chicken. and we're gonna fly somewhere else that can just teleport us. This is silly. It's silly. Okay, so I think what makes the most sense, well, honestly, none of it makes sense. Would traveling back to spot number 6 give us some advantage? No, of course not. Yeah, not really. But we can travel back to the Dark World and get our mirror back. So there's that. Maybe we need to teleport back from this corner of the screen in order to get to that platform, right? Maybe? The platform is up there, so we need to be a little bit north. Maybe right here. Wait, what the... So what is the... I am just failing at this. What is the warp point? Now we're just getting sent back and forth. Well. Okay, so what about here? I'm definitely missing something here. How about right over here? The map is just like, no, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. It's not very happy with us. What about... Oh no. Oh, thank goodness for super sword. And of course we can't really go that way. Was there another potential warp around here? That's my question. Why would a guard come all the way over here if I'm just coming out of a cave? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. It's one of those things. Maybe. Let's go back to the desert over here. See if there's any other viable warps, right? There might be. You never know what you're gonna get. Stay away from all these creatures. Why are you still circling me? You understand I have like the best sword right now possible. Except for the other one. Okay. So the only way to actually get up there is to use the Book of Mudora. The Book of Mudora. And of course, as you can see, I just opened up my map for the bajillionth time, even though what I meant to do was open up my inventory. Hello, Swaggy. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for stopping by. How are you doing? Has the day treated you kindly? How's your Thursday been? Sorry to bombard you with questions. I'm sometimes too much. But of course, anybody who is watching right now, past, present, or future, I highly encourage you to give Swaggy Variety Gamer a follow. They were last playing Cozy Organizer. You know what? I've never played that, but I'm sure it's a cozy game. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. My day has been fine. Fine is sometimes the best that we can ask from a particular day, right? With the ebbs and flows of every day, this and that and the other. My day, unfortunately, well, not fortunately, I want to say that it was exhausting. Wednesdays tends to be exhausting. And the reason for that is because at work, it is generally the day that I have the most meetings. And I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Now, actually, I don't know about you, but talking to people it can be exhausting. It can be exhausting. And yeah, it just drains me. It drains me. I can only pretend to be a people person for so long. Can you move the rocks, please? And voila. There you go. Oh yeah, talking to people IRL is so exhausting. Yeah, and it's especially the case when like they're not your people, right? It's a lot of it is just when it's like people that you're forced to talk to. It just doesn't work out. It's difficult. I am stuck here. You know what? Let's call chicken. I am tired of trying to decipher this thing. Or actually, I remember that there was some exits on the side of this place. Maybe, possibly. My battery runs dry. Yeah, absolutely. And I know that different people have like different battery levels. Because of the type of work that I do, I like to think that I can talk to folks a significant amount before running out. But the thing is, my job is very much about talking to folks sometimes, and meetings and this and that. So what am I doing here? I'm just getting pelted with this laser. Ugh. Where's the door? Where is door? I am error. Where's the Switch? Nintendo Switch 2, please. This is so goofy. I don't even want to be here. This is just like middle school. There's the Switch. Okay, let's get out of here. Ugh, this is not where we wanted to go. Yes, hate talking to people that I don't like. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm glad that at the very least your day has been fine. I always like to say that even on the most dire of days, at the very least we can always look forward to tomorrow being better. Even if today was good, tomorrow can be better. You know that? We're out of here. I'm done with this palace. Oh no. Why me? Oh, there's a door. DC catapult on the rise. Don't hit me. There we go. Nice. Nicely played. Yeah, why I got out of customer service a long time ago. I hate talking to customers. And you know what? It's that idea that, yeah, if you think about it objectively, it's not that every person is terrible, right? Some people have genuine problems, and sometimes they just need help. And you know what? Sometimes they haven't had the greatest of days, but at the same time, you can't just internalize and like consume that all day long without it having affect you personally. And so my hat's off to people that can do customer service. It must be one of the most exhausting things in the world. And where was I? Very true. Also, don't forget, Ales, we can always find one positive in all the negative days we have. My saying, I tell my friends. Yeah, absolutely. I don't want to suggest that any one of us needs to be like a toxic positivity. What's the word? A positively toxic person, or there's a specific term for that. I'm not saying that we all need to do that, but I kid you not. Even if you have the worst days of all, there's always some nugget of like goodness in there, and it takes a cool mind to find that sometimes. So yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, but what was I trying to do here? I was trying to get to this northeast corner. You know what? I don't think we're gonna be able to get to where we want to from over here. There is. Yeah, but it's been tiring. At the very least for me, it is the weekend. Today is the start of my weekend. I do 4/10s, which means that I work 4 days, 10 hours, and then I have 3 days off, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. I definitely feel blessed for it, but 10-hour days are just exhausting. They just wear on you. I have those bad days at work of life, and I go into a stream and I'm like, this makes me feel better. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, it's very nice to just like go into like a streamer that provides a cozy space, and you know, you just chill with them and you vibe with them. There's definitely a couple of folks that I found like that in my travels across the Twitch, and it's always nice to find those folks that do genuinely have that energy where you can just you can almost just come in and kind of just vibe in their space. It's nice. It's nice. It's not everybody, of course, but it is nice when you are able to find those folks. Yeah. Okay, what's in here? Oh, right. This is where the person told us about the secret. The secret of the cloud. Let's go ahead and teleport back. I'm gonna say any spot really is fine. Whoa. It seems like a number of your messages where I am very sorry, Swaggy. I have a very sensitive what is it called? Streamlabs CloudBot. And so sometimes it will detect one piece of profanity that it doesn't like and it overreacts. And I don't really know how to like moderate it well, in the sense that I know that there's some words that I'm just like, okay, fine, let's go with it. But other words, it'll just pick up and it'll just like say, oh, hey, you're banned for like a minute. And it's just like not what I want to do. And I apologize for that. One of the reasons why I even have this thing is because, you know, sometimes folks will just come in here and say the most terrible things, and they just assume that because I'm a alcohol enthusiast that they can just be very rowdy from the get-go. So sorry, that's my fault. I apologize. You know what? I'll probably end up doing is I'll give you the regulars tag, which will protect you from that kind of stuff. Since I know that you're a cool person. By the way, you're a cool person. Know that. Sorry, I'm getting attacked by this thing. Oh my gosh, I'm getting attacked by everyone. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, no cussing, I forgot, no worries. You're all good. Yeah, again, sorry about that. I'm not trying to run a wholesome stream. I just tend to err on the side of caution when it comes to salty language. Because I'm a prude like that. I'm a prude. I know this is a funny thing, but people at work or even people at school back in the day would always just like automatically censor themselves, because in common speak, like in person, I just don't curse. I just don't do it, and it's not because I'm trying to like not be a potty mouth or anything like that. It's just because I don't know. I just don't like it. I feel like words have power. I feel like words have energy, and if I curse, which I have in the past, not too often, but I have, it's generally when I truly sorely mean it. And I don't think that anybody should live by those rules. It's just me. That's just me. I'm a that person. Let's see, where was I? You cool too. Not as cool as you, but thank you. I get it, no worries. Thank you. I appreciate your understanding. I'm a sailor man, but I will not cuss in some streams because it's not the streamer vibe. I read the room. Yeah, and that's nice. You know, I think, like I said, I know that folks, this is just like the way in which they express themselves, and that's fine. And I'm happy with it. A lot of my closer friends are just like, you know, dropping F-bombs left and right. And that's just the way that they communicate, and in its own way, it is beautiful. So that's fine. It's just this one spot in the stream space where it can just be a little much with some folks. You give them a hand, and they take an arm. Anyways, but yeah, apologies once again. By the way, have you ever played A Link to the Past? Is this one of your jams? I feel like everyone and their moms likes The Legend of Zelda, but what do I know? What do I know? Let's see. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I used to do security overnight job. Gotcha. 8 hours a day, 3 days a week, midnight to 8 a.m. That is insane. That's incredible. Um, one thing that I've always I don't know if I'm gonna say like feared or like at the very least been curious about. It's just the idea that if you are working as a security person, overnight, and obviously, no matter what, you're probably gonna get sleepy at some point, and then you just kind of just like start misinterpreting like small sounds and small like little motions, and then you kind of just like get super stressed out or anxious over things. I feel like if I was doing that, that would probably happen to me. Like I tend to just like overthink things that are just like the most harmless things, especially if I'm lacking sleep. I don't know. Well, let's see. But after 9 months of trying to sleep during the day, it was too much. Yeah, and that makes sense. The body just doesn't want that. It must be very hard on people that do that for long periods of time. I was late 20s at the time. Gotcha. So you are definitely spry and energetic, as they say. Let me not assume anything about your age. Also, let me not suggest that. Oh my gosh, so many guards. So many guards. Los guardias. I'm a night owl. Well, that's good. I think I used to be more of a night owl. I used to be a night owl and an early bird, but more recently, as I have become an old man, I am but an early bird, and then my energy starts waning. Which is why, if you hang out here long enough, you'll notice that my late night streams are basically once a week. The meat of my streaming is done in the middle of the day, just because that's when I have the most energy. That's when I can be a little more lively. The only reason why I have the energy to chat right now, and this is one of these stream secrets, is that right before I go live on a night stream, I will actually have a Red Bull. The one time that I have a Red Bull. Why are these creatures attacking me so? Sorry, I think I missed a posture check. Thank you so much for the posture check, Falco. I hope you're doing well. A cheers to you wherever you are. But yes, I did need to unfuse my spine. Thank you very much for the posture check. A spry, 30 now, still get around good. Nice. Good to know. 32. 32 is a solid number. I remember being 32 once long ago. Far away, long ago. You an old man or you're a young guy? Imagine that. I must be one of those two. One of those is not true. Also, no, never played a Zelda game yet. Just a little of a one, but that's all. Yeah, and I understand that it's not everybody's cup of tea. I was just making a silly assumption. And it seems like we've got ads very soon. Let me get to a safe spot, and we'll take that ad break. We'll take it right on the kisser. Oh, I want to play the Zelda series. Yeah, I mean, I definitely recommend it. Not necessarily because of... let me not suggest that it is like... the holy grail of games. I think that the reason why I enjoy the Zeldas is just the exploration. It's a lot to explore. It's like open world games before they became insanely massive. It's that sort of feeling. Run! Let's see. I was just telling a friend that I see a Chiro regularly. Every time I go, I'm just left thinking, damn, I'm 30 and everything is cracking. We are getting up there, Falco. Chiropractor. Okay, now that, see, I was like, what is a Chiro? What is a Chiro? But yeah, everything is definitely like a domino set that just collapses on its own. I definitely feel like every single time I sit for maybe more than, at this point it's more like a 20-30 minute thing. I definitely could use a stretch, and like everything cracks, everything. Paco, I feel that in our 30s, I feel old when I hear songs I haven't heard in years, or TV shows or movies that are turning 25 or 30 years old. Yeah, it must be the media that I consume, but every other like meme that I watch has something to do with how we are getting old. Maybe it's just targeted at me. I can only imagine that. You know what? We're gonna take that ad break right now. Oh, and before I forget, a small shouties to our friend Falco Forte, of course, who's also a fellow streamer, last seen playing Helldivers 2, also a heck of a musician. So kindly give them a follow. Let's see. Yeah, I see those memes too. We're all there. We are all there. All right, folks. We are going to find a safe spot. This is not safe. We're gonna leave it in the map. Yeah, maybe no. Actually, right here. I can't imagine anything bad is gonna happen here. We are gonna take that ad break. See you in about 3-4 minutes with more The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. and welcome back to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Aelwolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, alias Maximus, the world's least interesting man. And we are playing The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and this music is blaring in my ears, and I'm not finding the volumes. Okay, there it goes, finally. That's a little more agreeable. Yeah, folks. And again, The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, we are enjoying a Best Day Brewing non-alcoholic West Coast IPA. And if you know anything about me, is that West Coast IPAs are not always my cup of tea. And yet we enjoy it because we have to sample everything at least once. To your health. Okay, but yeah, let's keep going. And what we were trying to do is we're actually trying to find our way to another piece of heart. Let's go to this area. We have the tempered sword now, of course, which cool. Oh, and I remember this. Let's go in here. I'm actually gonna head off. I really should be catching some shut-eye because I work earlier than usual tomorrow. Well, thank you for your efforts, Falco, and certainly very much appreciate you coming by. I look forward to chatting with you again, hopefully about that Goldberg match. yeah, of course. Please get some shut-eye, get some good rest, and we'll catch up again. Okay, do we want... No, we don't need any more fairies. We can just eat them. And there's nothing else here. They're coming after us, Ales, with those memes trying to tell us we're getting old. Oh yeah, there's no escaping those, unfortunately. But so it goes. At some point, we'll recede back into acceptance, right? Don't even get me started on my physical limitations at this point. But you know what? I might as well just go ahead and get started. I have a terrible left knee. And so, at work, one of the things... So actually, my job is in like the 4th and 5th floors of a building. And I want to say, not a couple of years ago, I would have just gone up those stairs, no problem. I have no strength left. I can't cut the trees like giants. But I am very good at riddles. That's good for you. Good for you. But then, yeah, these days, I want to say within the last year and a half, I take one flight of stairs, and I know that is it. I know that is probably as good as I'm going to do, and that if I do any more, my knee will start screaming. And you know, I do some good like strength training for it, but it is a sort of thing where it just won't respond that way anymore. And I've kind of just made my peace with it. One of the things that I used to do as cardio was just like jog, and I used to jog like, I want to say maybe like in my mid-20s I used to be able to jog maybe like 3 miles. Fine, easy. Yeah, not really the case anymore. I'll do a couple of blocks here and there, and that's about as far as we'll go. It's it's rough, and it's a sort of thing that, yeah, these things happen to people, but you don't think about it as significantly as you do as when it happens to you, and you know that, you know what, you have done your last several staircases. That's not something that you're gonna experience anymore, you know? And yeah, it's a little bit depressing. It's a little bit depressing. That's all I'll say. Yeah. But anyways, once again, we gotta count our blessings. Oh my gosh, these bats. I really like this theme. It just makes me Ooh, that was a close one. It just reminds me of like stepping on like a damp puddle for some reason. True, we do. Yeah, yeah, and you know, as much as I complain about something like that, it's not like I need to be a world-class jogger or anything like that. I don't need to get the world record in terms of like going upstairs or anything like that. One thing that I do miss, absolutely, is like being able to play DDR for hours. That was good. I was never that good at it, but I loved it. I loved it. I guess I'll just have to settle for playing Just Dance. Oh my gosh, the stones. They're coming for us. Ugh. Gross. Can we not go down from here? No, I guess not. Ah, this is so unpleasant. I really don't like the falling rocks area. I honestly think we need to go back the way we came, and I need to read up on like what it is that we need to do here. Ooh, old man. Ails, I think the wizard has created a portal between the two worlds somewhere near the castle. All I can do for you now is to comfort your weariness. Visit me anytime. Thank goodness, old man. I hope he gave me a tuna sandwich. Tuna is rich in irons. Just Dance is fun, yeah? Have you played, would you say, Swaggy, that you have a favorite song? Do you have a favorite song? I really like, Summer by, what's his name? Calvin Harris. When I met you in the summer. That one is, I really like that one. I also like, what is it, what is the other one that I really like doing? Oh, the one by Eiffel 65. Bada bee bada ba. Daba dee daba da. Blue. It's called Blue. Okay, no more stones. Oh, more stones. Whoa. Ouch. Okay, what about here? Can we just find a place to go down? I think this is where we came from, actually. That's fine. I think I need to just leave. This is not what we're looking for. In fact, let me go ahead and read the strategy guide. This might actually help things out a bit. So Death Mountain, Heart Piece number 23. No, not that one. Desert of Mystery, not that one either. Swamp of Evil, not that one. Okay. To the east of Village of Outcasts, you can find the State Garden. No, not that one. Oh, Swamp of Evil. Flew to Warp of... Okay, this is the one I'm looking for. Hookshot and Magic Cape. In the Dark World, travel south of the item shop, east of the Skeleton Forest. From the to the base of Death Mountain, you can see a heart piece on the ledge, but you cannot access it. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go over there. Oh, this is still not the place. Quick, quick. Fortunately, we have the more powerful sword. We have an ample supply of hearts. So things could be worse. Things could be worse, but we're doing okay. And I vaguely remember this area. Let's go down. Huzzah! So hopefully there's a teleporter around here or something like that. Something that actually teleports us back to the Dark World, maybe? Potentially? Who knows? I do remember that there is a warp, maybe down here? Like right by the exit. I remember that. Would you just... Would you stay still? Stay still, my friend. Be still, young one. Okay, is this the place? No, I think it's okay, Okay, I think I know where it is. So many guards. Can be rather infuriating. But let's do it. Bombs. And that's the fortune teller, if I recall correctly. I do believe there is a warp right here. A little more accessible now that we have the Titansmith. There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna travel all the way over there and back the way we came. Ba-ba, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Let's go down here. I really like A Link to the Past, Link's gait, the way in which he the way in which he walks. Very fond of that. Let's go up here. Oh my gosh, come on, that was just surprising. Came out of nowhere. We're suffering, we're suffering. And let's be as strategic as possible with all these enemies. Okay, so there's the heart piece that we're looking for. So I'll give a piece of heart to the person who wears a cape. So... wait, what? That creature's so obnoxious. Okay. Is the person here? I hope they're here. Quick. And if we drop down there, that's not really gonna help us. Let's see what happens if we wear the cape. Yeah, that really didn't do much for us. Oh, so the cape actually allows us to escape being bounced off by the little what do you call this? What do you even call this? The bumper. They're literally just pinball bumpers. There we go. That's how you do it. Thank goodness for life. And here's where the magic cape comes into play. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Found a piece of heart. So now we're literally 3 pieces of heart away from having all of the pieces of heart in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So nice. Let me see if I can spot the last 3 of them. We got that one. There's definitely a couple ones that are a little more difficult to tell. We'll get back to those. Really what I want to do now before I quote-unquote wrap up for the evening is get 2 of the Bombos medallions. So I know that one of them is in the swampy area and one of them is in the desert. So let me look that up while we're here. Ails, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing this the right way? Bombos, A Link to the Past. Okay, so it is in a steak garden. Dun, 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 dun. So let's look for that. Sorry that if I move the camera just a bit there. Let's drink some water. Of course, even though this is a drinks-friendly stream, we highly advocate the consumption of water. Water, the element which brings life. Not only does it help you stay hydrated, but also helps you regulate your metabolics and stave off the deleterious effects of alcohol consumption. So please, drink up. Very nice and very good. We like it. So let's keep going. Let me find the Bombos medallion. And really the way that we need to go is, if I recall correctly, I think it's south of the Woody Grove. Let me see. Okay, I roughly believe that it's like around this area, if I recall correctly. So we're gonna go a long way back. Before we do that, though, let's look for the other medallion. Either medallion, just in case we can actually pick that one up before we look for this one. Is this the one that is from the Book of Medora? No, that's not the one. It's the other one. The Quake medallion is the one that we're looking for. And that one is in the Lake of Ill Omen. There should be a ring of rocks. Okay, and that is all the way to the north. Okay, so that one is around here. Let's go. I think that's where we're going, right? Potentially, possibly, maybe. Let's go all the way to that side and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen, right? We're close enough as it is anyways. Oh, come on. Would you just give me a break? What is a weapon that we should be using in conjunction? I feel like the bow and arrows are just slow in this game. I wish I had something a little more reactive. Really, the only thing that fits the bill on most days is the boomerang. Anything? Nothing? So it goes. Thank goodness for hearts. Collecting my jar of hearts. Over that way? What do you mean? These things also take a beating. I wonder what that was pointing at. I'm sure I've been here before to explore just random stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Nothing particularly useful there. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's run. Let's race. And maybe we can just go ahead and jump in the water. Let me see if there's any fairies. No, no fairies. Close but no fairies. Close enough. Don't throw a bomb at me while I'm in the water. That would just be mean. Why do you want to be such a mean dude? Dude or dudette? I remember back in 11th grade, I want to say. Was it 11th grade? Oh, we need to go even higher. I used to have an English teacher. Very old English teacher. I want to say she was probably in her 60s, late 60s. Really one of the nicest teachers I had. But yeah, very traditional, very conservative. And every time she would see us, she would say, "Hi Dodos," for the boys, and "Hi Dodettes" for the girls. And I know that that it's gendering those particular nouns, and now I wouldn't use it. But I thought it was cute back in the day. I thought it was really cute. Yeah. I hope she's okay if she's still around. Okay, let's keep going. Ooh, a stone. What's in here? That's my question. Ooh, stuff and potions. In such a dangerous world, you may need many things. Select something that you like. I don't want any of this stuff. I just like it. At the very least, it's one easy way to acquire the red potion in this world without having to go to the witch's hut. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way to the north. So much nonsense just like running around here. Ba-ba-ba-da-da-ba. Watch out for everything coming at you at the same time. And I think our ring of stones is here, yeah? Let's look at the sign first to do it accurately. Curses to anyone who throws something into my circle of stones. A curse upon your family. Let's be nice and throw some flowers. And there he goes. Was it you who disturbed my peaceful nap? I will give this to you if you go away. Ah, thank goodness for that. This is the Quake Medallion. Its magic causes the ground to shake and defeats nearby enemies. Watch your magic meter. Nice, and we got a Quake Medallion for simply disturbing a gentle fish. Imagine that. Anything else around here that we should be wary of? I will use the Quake Medallion in just a hot second. I just want to make sure that there's nothing here that I should be looking at. I wonder if those are also supposed to be Zoras. Okay, but yeah, let's use the thing at least one time. Quake, I believe, is supposed to be able to destroy every enemy on the screen, if I recall correctly. What? Ah, lovely. This place looks of some interest, and yet there's nothing here. What about down here? Now! Boom! And they became money bags? Is that what happened? I guess they just flip over? Is that what's supposed to be happening there? Okay, so now we're going after the next medallion. And that one is all the way over here, close to dungeon number 6, which is where we need to go, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I think so. So we'll go in that direction. Okay, let's do it. It's gonna be a bit of a ways to go, but you know what? We have time. Da-da-da-da. And watch out. Oh, come on. How dare you do that to me? And what are those? I've always wondered what those plants enemies are supposed to be. They kind of just look like bags of like weeds. Kind of gross. Oof. Oh, come on. How many spears do you have on you? And we're about to eat it right now. Again, it would be ideal if we had a blue tunic. We wouldn't be suffering as much. Also, if we were invincible, but one step at a time, folks. One step at a time. Let me switch over to the boomerang. Beautiful. Watch out. Oh, nice. It got hurt by the bomb. Somebody set us up the bomb. Boy, that sound is just grindy. If it was up to me and I was remaking this game, that is the first thing that would go. Honestly. Thank goodness for 3 hearts. Still nothing. We just lost an entire heart just by doing that. Okay, so is it down here maybe? Whoa. I shook the screen. There should be a cave here, but there isn't one. Wishful thinking, I suppose. What is this shack? Shack attack. Potion. Yes, yes, I've heard your madness before. Yeah, so fortunately, a lot of the enemies here, now that we've got the third highest ranking sword, are a little more manageable. At the same time, I just wish that I didn't have to deal with it. Okay, so I think the place that we're looking for is around... Watch out. That thing is gonna take our shield. Okay, goodness. Those things are definitely scary. Maybe it's around here. What am I looking for exactly? I don't think we have been here, at least this specific area from the Dark World side. Oh, come on. I just need a fairy or something like that. It's like every single time anybody touches you, it's another heart. It's just tough, you know? It's tough being a Link. But the place that we're looking for should be around here. Oof. Watch out. Oh, our reach is so, like one square. Okay, good. 4 bombs that we don't need. But that's okay. And this is the structure that we are looking for. Here it is. Here it is. This is the puzzle that was eating at me before. And there it is. This is where we hold the book aloft. Hold up the Master Sword and you will get the magic of bombos. Nice. This is the Bombos medallion. Its magic makes the ground explode with power. Watch your magic meter, of course. Yeah, I'll watch it. I will watch it, alright. Okay, so I think that is about all the things that we wanted to get. I think we are ready to go to the 5th dungeon. So let's do that. I'm going to go get some hearts before I do that, because the sound is obnoxious. Let's go to a place that is guaranteed to give us hearts, and that is the witch's location, because they always allow us to sample some medicine. I think it's the maple that actually gives us the sample, right? Ah, thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. And now let's travel back with Chicken. Call on the power of Chicken. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so let's go to maybe point number 8. I would assume that there's like a teleporter there, right? There's gotta be one. There's gotta be a way. Wow, that was worse than having the thing there. Don't tell me there's no teleporter around here. I thought that there was. Let's keep looking, just in case we find something. Is there a cave? Yeah, there is a cave. This is where we found the ice key, or not the ice key, but the ice palace. And also, this is the place where it's that one fairy that sorry, that one bee that will give you the it'll be a good bee as opposed to an evil bee. You know, as opposed to all the other bees in the world who are evil. The one bee that you find here will actually be good to you. Let's go down. But I think we can do better with our bottles. Okay, so there was no warp there. What is happening? It just blew up on its own. Okay, what if we keep going in this direction? Don't even touch those things. Oof. That was a close one. What about this? I vaguely remember this cave, but I'm going to say that there was nothing worthwhile here. Maybe it's time to call on Chicken again. Oh, actually, I know exactly where we can find a warp. In the middle of Lake Hylia. I know. I remember now. I remember. I remember. Yeah, so right here. There's definitely a warp right here. Let's go. And we're inside. Look at that. Dungeon number 5. We made it. This, I believe, is the Ice Cavern. And finally, the place where we'll get the blue mail, which will give us some assistance in terms of defense. So let's go in. The Ice Palace. The first thing you'll notice, of course, is that everything is slippery. Because it is. Listen to my word, else. The magic flames will protect you inside this icy dungeon. The magic flames, huh? What are the magic flames? Like, the... Whoa. The fire rod, maybe? Let's pull it out. It's already been pretty useful. Nice. I thought that we had to like pull this or something like that, but maybe I'm mistaken. Okay. And those things are dangerous. Ah, this level goes deep. Rolling in the deep. Ooh, key. Nice. And yeah, this place is very slippery. Proceed with caution. Ooh, there's a tile there. It's a gummy. It's a gummy ship. Go ahead and drink some. Hey, what? I thought I got rid of it. What happened there? Okay. That is some high quality H2O. Let's keep going. What's our map looking like? Yeah, 7 floors. They're all going down, so it'll only keep going down. I hope that the map reveals that it's just like a reverse tower, and maybe that's enough. That's enough for us. Oh wait, this is where we came from, right? Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. What's wrong with you? Stop being a silly Billy, will ya? Okay. Penguins. Dear goodness, why can't I attack? I was just bedazzled by them. Are these just regular penguins or are they just... I have no idea what they are. They're like penguin crocodiles, maybe. Penguin dials. The compass. You found the compass. Now you can pinpoint the lair of the dungeon's evil master. If only this compass had a bit more functionality, though. Okay, let's go this way. More junk. So many of these foul creatures. Whoa. And I know what to do about that bubble, but I want to leave it for last. Don't pull up the map. No need for maps. Let's sprinkle it with some magic powder for tricks. Oh, this is lovely. Ooh. What happened there? Okay, so more fairies, nice. Double the pleasure, double the fun. Okay. And there's a button there, so we can keep going. Let's go further in. And we just keep going down. But it doesn't seem like we can actually make it in that direction. Okay, okay. Can I melt these ice cubes maybe with the, No. I mean, that would have been nice. But unfortunately, that's not how the game wants you to think. Last room. This has got to be... Oh my gosh. And these creatures respond to hookshot, if I recall correctly. Ba 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 ba. Of course, trying to get these little creatures is going to be a nightmare with a hookshot. It's like the pixels are not even there. If I could just throw my hookshot at an angle, it would be nice. Okay, good. Okay. So... why did they have to divide into sporlings? Clarissa Sporling. Oh, just... madness. Okay. So we need to activate this switch, but we need to be on the other side of this block. And the only thing that has that ability to have a delay setting is the bombs, of course. We also want to just set a bomb right here, because it's cracked. Obviously. There it goes. As I like to say, all my love too long ago. You know what? It kind of grows on you. Kind of grows on you. Let me go ahead and set my fire rod, just in case something happens when I go in there. Okay, and another bombable floor. Thought I saw something. That was a little weird. Oh my gosh! Oh wait, I remember this enemy from A Link to the Past. Come on, blow up. There we go. And it was like Master Stalfo or something like that. You cannot destroy the Skeleton Knight with a sword alone. When he collapses, he is vulnerable to another weapon. And of course, everyone is vulnerable to bombs. Whoa, hey. You're done for, Buster. Nice. So we can keep going down if we want to. But I want to check out the rest of this floor. Oh my gosh, why did I do that? There's like rats in the holes. Come on, don't do this to me. Stop pulling up the map. Okay, what are we doing here? What is this? Key? No, we don't have a key on us. Crazy, why? We're about to die. Wait a second. You can't. You don't. Okay, what do we do here? There's gotta be a switch somewhere. Let me turn on my hookshot. Fortunately, we have 2 fairies, which should revive us. I'm going to just go ahead and, for safety, create a suspend point, because this is not gonna end pretty. At least I don't think so. 529, 528, 529, 001. Let's go save over whatever. We don't need most of these. And let's go here. Dead. I have no idea how to get out of this room. It's wild. Like, defeating all the monsters, really? That's what you would have me do in this very chaotic room? Oh my gosh, at least they don't split. That's the one saving grace here. Key. So it was within the monsters. Come on, don't. Why is there such a huge knockback effect? Oh, what a nightmare. Jeez. Okay. Let's hope there's no more rooms like that. But somehow I doubt it. Oh, and there's that hideous sound again. Not the way to do this. Like that lady in the Matrix said. Not like this. Don't get me here, please. Yes. I was safe. At least I'm safe inside my mind. And we keep going down. Here, somebody give me a heart, please. No hearts. No hearts. What? Okay, at least we were able to get most of them. Nice. Not too shabby. If we could just silence the obnoxious sound, it would be nice though. Ooh. No keys. So let's go this way, maybe? Oh, another one of these rooms. I really don't want to slip and slide. Let's go up. Wow, I barely triggered that. That thing's gonna start spitting fire, right? Wait, what is... Okay, I guess we're going down. Huh? Let's stay perfectly still. That thing is coming at us anyways. Oh, it keeps going. The room keeps going. What does this say? Ails, you must not exhaust your magic power. You will have need of it ahead. If you do not have possessed the medicine of magic, then proceed with caution. Do not overexert yourself. Okay, I'll try not to overexert myself. I'm really trying to just have a cozy time. I wish you had like a magic spell that would just give you life back. Like, that would be sweet. I guess too advanced for this game. Ooh, don't! Oh! What is happening? Oh my gosh. One more fairy, but then that's it. No more fairies after that. Maybe I should use a magic cape here, right? Maybe that's a thing. Okay, watch out. Watch out! Ah, there's the button. No, the hook shot before fire hits you. Is that how that goes? Wereborg. Welcome in, by the way. Ooh, that's so slippery here. What are we even doing here? Look at this. Voila, and geez, he's got it. He's got it. That is a nightmare. I don't remember this place being so slippery, but I guess it is. Okay, we're just gonna keep going. There's no way to actually reach that, unfortunately. It's not like we can jump on this side. Ooh, a big chest. And of course, this would be a grand surprise if we had that key. But we don't. We don't. Alright, let's keep going. Ooh, what the? Oh, I forgot about this thing. Why am I pulling my map? We're dead. We're dead. Game over. Save and continue. Oh, the unfortunate part is that we have to go all the way back to the top of the map. Let's... Honestly, I don't think we're getting any bang for our buck getting fairies. So it might be the better case to just get some more red medicines. Yeah, fairies are not really doing it for us anymore. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum. And I think we're close to a fairy fountain, if I recall correctly. Maybe. Possibly. Alright, this is not like a fairy fountain per se. But it is at the very least where you, what do you call it? Go and upgrade bows and bombs, arrows and bombs for rupees, which we already maxed out, so no need to worry about that nonsense. Oh, I think there was a fairy fountain close by. Fairies are in there also. Are they? I don't seem to recall that. I'll check it out though. Just because I believe you. Before going back in. I do remember these folks being incredibly aggressive. It's like you always have to have the high ground in order to even hit them. Bomb the wall. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I will soothe your wounds and comfort your weariness. Close your eyes and relax. Well, this is not the type of fairies that I'm looking for, but I'll take them. Let's go find the witch. Let's call Chicken. Chicken for the win. I love it. That is maddening. Let's find the safe spot and then call Chicken. Here we go. Okay, so go to the witch. Get some of that delicious medicine. And you know what? I might... Should I get... I don't think I've ever ran out of magic, so I'm gonna say we don't need that. Not yet. There we go. Now, what do you call that for protection? Let's go back into that dungeon. And in order to get there, let's simply go to spot number 8. That should be sufficient. And that should be enough. Stay away from the spores, of course. Nice. Okay. And we should be able to simply go here. Okay, back to where we were, as we were. Level 5, the Ice Palace. Go ahead and save just in case. We do love safety. And we equipped the fire rod. Did you get the fairies? No, of course not. I didn't get the fairies. All I got was some potions. Okay, let's keep going. We might take the path less traveled over here. No need to deal with these chumps. Okay. So let's look at the map over here to see what rooms we haven't explored. I do know that there was a couple of rooms that we didn't go simply because we were navigating our way down. Right. That's where we came from. That's where we are right now. Moving in this direction. And of course we have to take these one at a time. And this room was, if I recall correctly, blocked to the side. But we're gonna have to solve it anyways. So many of these people in penguin suits. I swear. And I swear. There we go. And change it from magic powers to defeat this bubble. Oh, total whiff. Total whiff of the heart. There we go. Very nice. And we're gonna snooze this set of ads, but we are close to wrapping up here. And if you... Okay. Let's just keep going over to this side. Yeah, we can't make it over here. Okay. Activate the switch. And let's go back up. Ba, 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 ba. How do we do this one? Oh, the switch is right there. No need to worry about it. Let's switch to bombs, of course. Lamp oil rope bombs. Nice. And take that for your troubles. Of course we had to get hit. Of course we had to get hit. And I believe there's a Master Stalfos in this room. What did we do? Did we just keep going down? No. No, we didn't. We could have, but we didn't. And we made it eat bombs. Nice. So many bombs. All the bombs, of course. It's funny how it's a little more challenging in A Link to the Past because you have to hit that character maybe like 5 times before it just succumbs. Oh, I forgot about this again. Wow. We're just melting here. We're melting. Let me just... Oh my gosh. Okay. What a nightmare. Jeez. Okay. So, yeah, that basically took a chunk out of everything. Let's use our magic cape for our troubles. Will we actually get hit by the fire bar? No. Nice. Oh. I thought I was safe. I thought I was safe. What was that about? Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's that hideous sound again. This time we're gonna play it smart and we're just gonna take the potion. I can't stand that sound. I can't. Beautiful. Let's hope that at the very least in this run we are actually able to get an upgrade to our armor. And maybe that will be good enough to let us not have that trouble. Okay, and of course the platypus. Come on, you crazy creatures. How many of these will you take? Crazy. At the very least, they were able to replenish us with magic power, so I'm not complaining. At the same time, they're so rubbery. If only I had my iron boots here. Oh no. Can I just stay here? Looks like it. Key. Right, and I remember this spot. Let's see. Route key first, please refrain from posting links. Imagine that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Okay, what are we doing here? Did I ever go to the left? I don't think so. This is where I died though. Let's go ahead and get these creatures. No need to get the creatures, I guess. Let's go down. Oof. Close one. Close one. Oh, nothing here. Just like an ice demon. Okay. And unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna have to leave it here, folks. Ouch. No keys here. Hook shot to win, for the win. Ooh, there's a bomb place here. Ooh, chest. Wait, why? It didn't crack? I guess not, okay. Let's use a hook shot. Key for our troubles. And that one actually leads us back upstairs. What could be in here? Oh, back to this place. You know what? Let's go ahead and wrap things up, folks. I think that is as far as we go here. Let me snooze that. And let's go back to intermission. Because unfortunately, on Wednesday nights, we do just have to take it easy for ourselves. But yeah, we'll have to pick that one back up next time, next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, which will probably be my last stream for a while. I'll be going on vacation after that. More details on that much later in the week. I don't really need to talk about that. What I would rather talk about is our friend over here, Spectrum Branch, who is an excellent streamer, and I highly encourage anybody watching out there to give them a follow. They do a lot of first playthroughs. Also an amazing musician. Thank you so much for stopping by. Sorry I couldn't participate much, but I was lurking a bit near the end there. Yeah, no worries about that, Spectrum. You know, it doesn't. You're not obligated to chat around here. It's just the fact that you thought, that you even considered that you could have done more is more than fulfilling, more than stimulating, more than elating. Contractually, maybe not, but otherwise, perhaps. I like that. I appreciate it. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here today. We did have our friend Falco Forte earlier today. We did have Swaggy, which was here earlier as well. We had a couple of first chatters. I'm still thinking about you folks. You were interesting to say the least. And of course, much love to all the lurkers. I will be back tomorrow night. I will not be able to do my regular time. I will be coming back at night to do some banjo tooie, and that is because tomorrow I have other duties during the day. I hope I have the energy, and I hope to see you there. Let's see if we can find somebody to raid at this time. You know what? Let's go with Aris. Aris seems to be streaming Super Mario World. Everyone likes Aris. I certainly like Aris. I'm a fan of Aris. Aris, of course, plays all the cool games, so I can't imagine why we wouldn't want to go and raid her. Let me go ahead and set that one up. Yeah, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. So that's wonderful. Let me go ahead and set up a raid message here. Raid message is right there for viewers, and then we also have a raid message for followers right there as well. Thank you very much for posting, for copying that, Spectrum. But yeah, once again, thank you all for being here. And as I like to end these things in rather cool fashion, as I like to think myself, stay thirsty, Alpac. We will see you again.